Your Fast Life motorcycle channel.
You bastard! I could just strangle you!
Wait, you don't know who I'm speaking to, do you? Am I angry at the bikers? Or am I angry at that cager? Stay tuned to find out. But first, the news story. Okay, here's the story if you guys are not aware of this. So October 18th in Granbury, Texas, two motorcyclists were riding down the road and they were passing cars. They come up to, or the front biker comes up to a car and tries to go around that car. The car swerves into the biker, knocking the biker and the female passenger off their bikes or off the bike, and the female passenger could possibly lose her arm as a result of injuries sustained in the crash. Later on, the motorcyclists confront the driver and the driver says, quote unquote, "I don't care. Jimmy cracked corn, but I don't care. Jimmy drank corn and I don't care." What the hell? What do you mean you don't care? You almost killed somebody. Calm down. Okay, there is a lot wrong with this video, and I know there's a lot of assumptions being made. I know that a lot of people can tend to be very biased. You know, you're a biker, so you see something that happens bad to another biker, and we're the two-wheel family. Let's all stand up for everybody. Oh, that son of a gun cager. While I do appreciate and respect the two-wheel family, we are not immune to accepting responsibility for our actions. We, like any family, can go astray. If your mother wrongfully kills someone, you don't back her up just because she's your mother. She's a murderer. So unless it was in self-defense, you're wrong to protect a killer. Same thing goes for the motorcycle family. I love you guys. I really do. I really love the community. However, these guys, where do I start? Okay, let's start from the bottom and go to the top. So, number one, there's some people that are so boneheaded, they're gonna get stuck like a broken record, stuck like a broken record, stuck like a broken record, stuck on the, oh, why are you passing on the solid double yellow? Why are you passing on the solid double? Shut up! I mean, yes, you're right. They should not have been passing on a double solid yellow, but there are much bigger issues at hand. But one step at a time. Yes, number one, they should not be doing that. Have many or most of us done that at one point in time? Absolutely. Regardless, they should not have been doing that, and if they had not been doing that, this could have been prevented. However, that does not free the driver of any guilt for his actions. But we're getting to that. So number one, don't be passing on a solid double yellow. Two cars at that. And then the other thing is, and the bigger thing for me, is don't be doing that with a passenger on the back. He's got a female passenger on the back of his bike, and he's gonna be riding dirty. That's not what riding dirty means, but you know what I mean. You don't do that, man. Okay, so you're wild. You love to get, doing popping wheelies, doing whatever. You're going fast. Ride or die. That's all good, man. Do your thing, man. But once you have a passenger on your motorcycle, you become responsible for their lives. You can't be riding like that with a passenger on the back. When you have a passenger on your motorcycle, you need to be on the straight and narrow. You need to be following those rules, and that's going to be the one day that you ride your motorcycle and you don't get a ticket. Every day you ride alone, you get tickets. You have a passenger in the back, no tickets. Because you have some empathy and you have some respect for the life of another. To ride like that with another human being on the back of a bike, to me, says you have no care whatsoever for the life of your passenger. That is completely inconsiderate to ride like that. Then let's talk about the gear. Oh, yes, I'm gonna talk about the gear. This woman could possibly lose her arm. I don't know what she was wearing, But from what I can see in the video, it does not look like anyone in this video has on proper riding attire. And I'm talking to you guys with your jacket and jeans, as if the only part of your body that needs protecting is your torso. And those of you guys that want to wear these synthetic motorcycle jeans or whatever, okay, do your thing. You know, you can assess whatever value you want to put on your life and your body. So obviously, you don't value your legs as much as I do, but that's on you. Those are your legs. You know, it's okay if you value your iPod more than you do your own legs, because you spend top dollar to get the best iPod case for your iPod, but for your legs, oh, I'm just gonna get these synthetic jeans that will snap in a second when I fall. And I've gone that route. I'm not just talking, you know, out of my butt. I had a first gear. I've got a synthetic whatever, ballistic whatever, crapola in it. I learned how to ride. I fell going 3 miles per hour, and those pants tore like paper. No thanks. Leather. But like I said, to each their own. If you're gonna, at least you're wearing motorcycle pants. But these guys who are riding around on their motorcycle wearing jeans and a jacket. Why do you even wear the jacket? It's like, oh, I gotta protect my guns, you know, but never mind my kneecaps. I don't need those. I don't need kneecaps. I don't mind walking around with a limp for the rest of my life because I want to be cool in my jeans. So you go ahead wearing your apple bottom jeans on your motorcycle. You know, I don't wish any harm on anyone, but I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you need to wear your gear. And when you have a passenger on your bike, I mean, it just sickens me to no end when I see a motorcyclist with a passenger on the back, especially a female passenger, and she's got on a t-shirt and she's wearing high heels and she's got a mini dress on, and all you perverts, oh, you love that, don't you? Oh, look at her butt, you know, the wind's flapping and you're seeing all the kind of stuff you're not supposed to be seeing. Oh yeah, you bunch of perverts. And then when they crash and she falls off and her skin's peeled off and she loses her leg, her arm, or whatever, then what you gotta say now? Oh, you didn't think that far, did you? Daytona Bike Week. It's one thing if a woman doesn't care about her body or her life and she wants to ride trying to be cute in her high heels on a bike with no gloves on. That's on her. Her life doesn't mean anything to her, but it's her life to mean something or not mean anything to her. But when you have someone on your bike, you become responsible for their life and their safety. So let's talk about issues in terms of the passing. So let's forget about the legalities. The laws are not necessarily all about safety. Sometimes the laws are about money making. A lot of times the laws are about money making. So let's forget about what the law says, what's legal and what's illegal. We're not worried about that. What we're worried about is what's dangerous and what's not dangerous. So passing on the double yellow, not really an issue. It could have been a dotted yellow. Safe to pass, legal to pass. And there would still be an issue. The issue that I see here is you have two vehicles in front of you and you try to pass two vehicles at the same time. That does not fly. You've got to get out of this tunnel vision mentality where all you're seeing is down this thin tunnel and you don't see the 360 degrees of issues and dangers and red flags all around you. Do not pass multiple vehicles at the same time. Double, solid, double dotted, does not matter. If you get out of your own perspective, you know, you're thinking about only you, thinking about only you and your tunnel vision, and you look at the world around you and see things from the eyes of others. We say share the road, look out for motorcyclists. Well, sharing the road is a two-way street. This guy is in his car. I'm not even gonna mention this specific guy because this guy is an idiot and we're getting to him. Don't worry. Don't think I'm gonna roast the bikers and then the driver's gonna get away. Ho, ho, ho. I'm coming to him. Trust me, I'm coming to him. So let's just say a driver, not this guy. So driver is driving in their car, moving along, And let's just say this guy is an anomaly. He's actually checking his mirrors every once in a while. He looks in the mirror, everything's good, everything's good. There's a van behind you. That's it, there's just a van behind you. And you're driving around, you're looking forward, and at that time, the motorcyclist starts to pass the car behind that person. Motorcycle is tiny, doesn't really draw much attention. It's not really gonna show up that much in the mirrors. So unless he's actually looking at the mirrors, there's a chance he doesn't even see the motorcyclist starting to go around the van. He probably still sees the van in his peripheral vision, so the van is there. Oh, I know about the van. I just looked into my mirrors. I see the van. I know it's there. Don't try to tell me about the van. I know the van is there. I'm paying attention. But you don't see the motorcyclist coming around that van. And then for whatever reason, you decide to swerve. This guy claims that some bee stung him or something. I don't know about that story. That story sounds a little fishy to me. I don't think anything stung him, man. But I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe it did. Let's just say another guy actually has something sting him. Not this guy, another guy, right? Fresh in your memory is that all you have behind you is a van. And you can see in your peripheral vision the van is still there, a safe distance from you or whatever, and that's it. You're all good. Bee stings you, you swerve to the left. No big deal, bam! What the hell just happened? Biker came out of nowhere. I never seen him. I didn't see any biker. Where does biker come from? That is the danger that you put yourself in when you do stuff like this. Because while you're behind the van, you are invisible, you do not exist. And as you go around the van, you may or may not be noticed. To the driver, all they see is this van. This van is gonna dominate their peripheral vision. So your movement can be completely invisible. Oh, loud pipe save lives. Loud pipe save lives. That is one of the biggest myths in motorcycling. The exhaust pipes on motorcycles point to the rear. Most of the sound goes to the rear. Most of the dangers come from the front, as in this particular scenario. So your loud pipe is doing a lot to save you from getting hit from the rear, which is something that does happen to motorcyclists. So, all right, you're helping yourself out there. But a majority of the impacts are going to come from the front, so your loud exhaust pipes are not necessarily going to do much in those scenarios. Sound is going to travel to the rear, not necessarily to the front. Now, some of you guys have really, really loud exhausts, and they will generate this loud sound bubble, which will go in all directions, still biased to the rear, but can travel a lot in the front. I know me as a motorcyclist, I love motorcycles. I will hear motorcycles from a long ways away, but my ears are especially tuned to the sound of a motorcycle engine because I love them. So I don't know exactly how soon a typical driver, an oblivious texting driver, is gonna hear the sound of your bike with the windows up and the radio on. So it's not about loud pipes save lives. It's about defensive riding saves your life. It's about using street smarts and using a 360-degree situational awareness model when you're on your motorcycle to avoid these situations in the first place, so you don't need to be heard in the first place. For example, in this scenario, if you had simply passed the first car, pulled back into the lane, settle in, now you're in this guy's rearview mirror. He didn't see you when you were in the side view mirror because you're so tiny, you were far away, he was distracted at that second. But when you come into behind him, there's a lot of time for him to hear you and to also see you in the rearview mirror. Something else is moving around. What's going on with this van? Oh, there's a bike there. Then when you come to do your pass, the guy is aware of you. But when you do a double pass, you don't give them a chance to see you. Okay, so now that I've given a nice excuse to a cager to say, see, even a biker admits it, that you're in the wrong. You were riding reckless. You deserved it. No, first of all, the person who seems to get the most injured was just a passenger. She doesn't have anything to do with anything, except perhaps poor choices in who she associates with. So let's get to this driver. So he's driving along. This biker tries to pass him, and as he passes him, he swerves into the biker and knocks him off the bike. The passenger may lose their arm as a result. The other rider walks up to the driver, and the driver says, I don't care. Jimmy Christ corner, and I don't care. Jimmy Christ corner. What? You could have killed someone, and you're talking about you don't care? It's not even just that he says that. If you listen to the tone of his voice, you look at the lack of his expression in his face, the guy to me looks like a sociopath. I don't have one bit of faith in this guy at all. I don't want this guy back on the road ever again. This guy has some serious issues. Now, I don't know this guy. I don't know the deal, but I'm a pretty good judge of character. And looking at this guy, again, the tone of his voice, the look on his face, and then his own words, I don't care, die, bikers die. He didn't say that part, but he might as well. Something is wrong with this guy. It's like he wants to die. He was just hoping that this, be some biker gang and they pull out a gun and kill him or something like that. That's what he looks like to me. Like he's done. His wife died or his life is, I don't know what his situation is. But this guy I don't know, man. I'm not buying his story about something stung him. It seems to me like he made that up. And then to add insult to injury, he's got a little bit of a record going on. I think he has a reckless driving and terrorist threats. Now, our country has gotten so corrupt that you can't have full respect for a record anymore because you can go to jail for just about anything. They put you in jail for just about anything nowadays. They will put you in jail for just about anything. But just looking at this guy, I'm thinking it's true. I'm thinking it's valid. But just a little message for you guys. Be very careful when you judge people and you say, oh, he's got a record. He's a bad person. Having a record means basically you're an American. That's the sad state of affairs that we're living in today. Having a record means, oh, you're American. We have more people in prison. I mean, even China is so super overpopulated that they restrict you on having children. And they can't even compete with our prison population. And I know we suck, but we don't suck that much. We're not so evil. The problem is the industrial prison complex. We make money. The problem is that the fact that we have a country where a majority of Americans aren't even aware that slavery is still legal. Yes, my friends, slavery is still legal. Oh no, the 13th Amendment. Have you actually read the 13th Amendment? The 13th Amendment itself says that slavery is still legal. The 13th Amendment did not abolish slavery, period. It abolished certain types of slavery and allows for other types of slavery. Read it yourself. And if you still want to say, yeah, semantics. Well, what do you say about the fact that Mississippi didn't even ratify the 13th Amendment until recently? So, as far as Mississippi is concerned, there was no 13th Amendment until very, very, very recently. Yeah. So, in this country, having a record doesn't necessarily mean anything. But in this particular case, I think it means a lot. Because I don't trust this guy one bit. Those of you guys that are wondering, he was arrested. He is currently in jail, last report that I've seen. What's going to be the outcome of this? Do not know. Obviously, there's probably going to be some kind of trial. But the weird thing is he's refusing the public attorney or whatever it is, legal assistance from the county. And he has not selected a lawyer yet, as far as I know. Like I said, this guy is like on a suicidal, I don't care, Jimmy Cry Conan, I don't care. That's what he said. What did you do? You hit my friend. I don't care. He wasn't just talking about this incident. He was talking about life. This guy doesn't care. He doesn't have a lawyer. He's just, I mean, he's not even, he didn't even try to, oh, guys, fake it. Oh, man, I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all, man. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I don't care. All right, guys. That's all I got on this one. Go ahead and comment below. I know I pissed off a lot of people on this one, but it had to be said. But don't just be pissed off. Go ahead and comment below. Let me tell me off. I told off everybody in this story. I told off the bikers. I told off even subtly the passenger. I told off the old guy. I even told off America. So don't just be mad at me. Comment below. Give it to me. Give it to me. Tell me what you think about this whole incident. Tell me what you think about this whole story. Who's at fault? Who's wrong? You are watching Your Fast Life 2. Ooh. This is a secondary channel to Your Fast Life. I do a lot of news on here. And any motorcycle related content that doesn't go on my main channel, Your Fast Life, will be here on this channel. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and thumb it up and share the video. Facebook, Twitter. And you can follow me on Twitter at CarlosPicks. And I have a Facebook page, CarlosPicks, as well. And CarlosPicks.com. Thank you for watching. Shiny side up. And I'm out. Yay, yay. Your Fast Life 2.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
Alright, we got the H2 at Crosby Honda. My man Alex right there, he's the main mechanic, so he's gonna hook it up.
You are watching Your Fast Life motorcycle channel, the most awesome channel in the universe.